It's time for EdTech Mondays, brought to you by MasterCard Foundation and CC Hub.
Welcome to another episode of the EdTech Mondays Nigeria show. I am Chinyelu Akpa, your host, and it's good to have you all here again. Today, we'll be continuing the conversation on evaluating the impact of artificial intelligence on education. And I have with me on the show an amazing guest. Our guest today is an experienced computer scientist with an interest in artificial intelligence, robotics, data science, and entrepreneurship. Currently, she is the coordinator of the University of Lagos AI and Robotics Laboratory, an associate professor, and the current head of department in the Department of Computer Sciences, University of Lagos. At this point, I know some people already know who we're speaking about, but allow me, I'll continue. She is also a recipient of several grants and recently won the Outstanding Performance in Teaching Award of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Empowering the Teachers. She is currently working on AI in education with her colleagues. Join me today as we welcome on the show Dr. Chika Yinka-Banjo. It is good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm sure that your students are already, whooping backstage. They're so excited to see their own, here today. Artificial intelligence is everywhere around us, on our phones, in our homes, in our cars, in our schools. It's everywhere. But that doesn't mean we all have equal access to the best and most helpful learning technologies. So as AI continues to develop and get smarter, how can we ensure equitable access to these educational technologies so that all students in Nigeria can benefit? And with this AI and robotics lab you have at, the University of Lagos, it'll be interesting to see how you are making it more accessible. How is it coming along? And why artificial intelligence? It's not the general thing a lot of people have been doing or did. So what made you move towards artificial intelligence in your journey in computer science?
Thank you so much for that question. Well, you have asked several questions. So the first one is, how can it be made equitable to all around, like in the community and for maybe less privileged or underserved communities? Now another question is, why AI? Well, AI, from what I can say today, is a buzzword. Some people don't understand it, and some people do understand it. In fact, yesterday afternoon, in the morning, we went to a school in Lagos, in Wagada, to go and educate them on AI. So some people just see everything and they call it AI. AI is a broad area. It's just an area under computer science, and it can be applied to anything. It can be applied to almost everything in life right now, just like we have computing before, but things are moving. What I told the students was, I took them down memory lane. How did we get here? How did we move into AI? It started from different things. So right now we have different revolutions that have happened in the world. We had agricultural revolution. Now we use mechanized farming. We don't do things with tools and knives anymore if you want to do anything large scale. Then we move from there to industrial revolution. Then from industrial revolution, we move to information revolution. Now, why AI? We are in the information age. And AI is under the fourth industrial revolution, where we have a lot of things that has revolutionized into something right now. Something like cloud computing, virtual reality, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is just one out of what we have in the fourth industrial revolution. And what is it? Like you asked me, artificial intelligence is the same way we want to we have been automating systems in the present or in the past, recent past and present. We have been automating things. In the offices, we make this work. You just want to make things that are not human behave like human. Think, take decisions, anything. That's why it's artificial. So that's what we can say artificial intelligence is. However, you asked me another question about how can we make it equitable. we are trying our best, like we said, and like I said, we went to a school yesterday to educate them because we have this grant on AI in education. And we made sure that we reach the grassroots. Grassroots in sense of going to lower elementary, primary, secondary schools to let them understand and get the correct understanding. That's one thing. Educate them on what is AI. And that's how we have to take them down memory lane from how we started to now. So that's how we'll be reaching out. And the lab I have, we do some trainings, especially in August when schools in Lagos are on holidays. So we usually do a free training on AI, robotics, etc. So that's what we do, just to support and see how equitable we can be.
That was very interesting. I enjoyed that journey, you know, and what we're currently doing with artificial intelligence. So now when we're evaluating the impact, is enough being said about the impact of artificial intelligence on education? I ask this because just how many days ago, I was privileged to be at a conference, and it had a lot of teachers, you know, there, teachers in training, already existing teachers who have years and years of experience under their belt, professors. And a general theme that came out is AI will take your jobs as teachers. You know, AI is making learners lazy. AI will not set your questions correctly. AI does not understand the Nigerian curriculum. And I marveled because these are the policymakers for education, basically, for what teaching is going to be in the classroom. So is enough being said about the impact of artificial intelligence on education? Do you think people understand it well enough when it now comes to education and can see how it can transform learning? Because you're having teaching assistant tools, you're having you're having different types of tools that have been developed for education. Meanwhile, there's still that fear, there's still the general misconceptions, and sometimes even some that are very targeted at specific kind of tools. Are we doing enough?
I like the scenario you gave me about the conference.
Yeah.
Some of those things are not absolutely correct. When they said AI is here to take your job, AI is here to do this. So, yes, AI is not here to take our jobs. It's just for us to be more creative. AI will not be creative. And what is even AI? We are going to look at the part of, you mentioned curriculum, you mentioned teaching assistant. The personalized learning is where a lot is being done in education using AI. What does it do? It helps students to learn. You go online, you see a lot of softwares developed that can assess you and know what to predict for you. So that's some predictive models that have been used, predictive algorithms that have been used to develop those softwares that can aid students to learn, set questions for you, and predict the level you should be in. Now that helps a lot, and it relieves a lot of burden from teachers. So when they say, can it take our jobs? It's not. The only thing is that it's making the teachers are scared that, oh, what else am I going to be doing if somebody's teaching the students I'm here to teach? But it's supposed to make us creative to get to the next level, because we have stayed so long on this level. We need to move to a higher level where we can be creative. What are different things that we can bring to education that AI is not taking over? Because AI cannot even have emotional intelligence to see. So that part has not been taken away from any teacher. And another part is you mentioned the curriculum aspect. Yes, it's supposed to support us because we have transformers. What is transformers? Transformer is a part of artificial intelligence that can generate ideas, generate information, generate text, generate content for us. So we can also go there and use these transformers that have been developed or are still being developed, or even create more. Tailor it to, or customize it to the level of your school so that it will be able to guide and know what you are looking for. But if you're not creative, you won't know what you're going to. You just want to
feed into it.
You just want to be a user. You don't want to be a creator. And that's where the problem lies. Then there's something else you mentioned that I've missed. I think you mentioned 3 things that they discussed in that conference.
Yeah, so there was the fear of taking their job.
That is not a fear.
You know, it will set the right kind of questions. It doesn't understand the curriculum. Yeah.
Yes, so there is setting the right kind of question. It's also that give even the
there's a prompt. Yeah.
So so it's not the type of prompt they will give, but you know there are some pre-trained models Just that's like we have ChatGPT. It's just a generative, pre-trained transformer. You have fed in a lot of data, and now it's supposed to be predicting because it has seen some patterns, and you use those patterns to now make some predictions. So it depends on what you have put in. It is a black box, just like computer is. That's what AI is. So what you feed in is what you. So if you put something that is not correct, you get something a result that is also not correct. So at the same time, that creative mind is what will make things better, and no teacher loses their job. Just like telling a security guy you lose your job. What else are they doing? If you put surveillance, it does it better. Because they will be sleeping and surveillance is there and not sleeping. You put chips around and put sensors and you'll be able to monitor and give us accuracy. If somebody steals, we will know. But the security guy will be sleeping.
Yeah.
He's actually aiding their job. Not like he's
not taking their job.
It's just for them to be more creative and what to do. Another thing that we have not even explored in education using AI is administration. That's where a lot of work is.
Yes, I agree.
Repetitive jobs, admission, where students are coming in. If you see a lot of time it takes.
Paperwork.
Exactly.
I feel so I understand.
Yeah, so imagine admission process. You have already automated or written a model that will be able to choose the kind of people you need, use their credentials, select them, and not only academic credentials. They still look for extracurricular activities.
Yes.
The way they finish this, they give you top students, and your job there is not for you to select how many do you want. And you can still do that by query. And this is what has been going on in the Western world. We are yet to catch up with that in this underdeveloped. Let me say underdeveloped.
Developing nation.
Oh, yeah. So that's what's going on. Yeah.
Oh my, Dr. Chika, you took us on another journey. So when we now evaluate the impact of artificial intelligence in education, we see that there is so much more to do. And this even goes down to just education, really. Helping teachers understand. If they do not know what is available to them, they won't use it or they would abuse it. But in this case, they aren't even abusing it. They are not using it enough. Yeah. They don't know how much it can make their work better. Speaking about, when you just picture your painted now for admission, thinking this can be deployed to universities in Nigeria. It takes care of batch A, supplementary lists, dean's list, VC's list. Just know that the top minds are coming to your school.
Exactly.
I hope you all are listening. I hope you all are listening and getting the juice out of this conversation. So now, what measures now need to be put in place to ensure that AI does not deepen inequalities when it comes to education for students in communities? Because with all that you've painted, I'm seeing that divide where you need to have a particular kind of skill to operate tools or resources that are AI enabled. And we know that there is the divide when it comes to technology used in schools, with learners knowing how to operate computers and those not knowing how to operate computers. The same way for teachers who know and don't know. So how do we ensure that we're not making a very big problem in the bid to solve another problem?
Yeah,
I'll put you on the spot.
Yes, I like that question. It can go in different ways. So the first one I want to look at is one, not deepening the biases that exist.
Okay.
Like, so they are less privileged. There are people that are not staying in where there is even electricity. There are people that don't even understand what's going on in development inside this same country that we live in. So how is this not going to deepen? This AI not going to deepen it, right? No, so there is something we call stakeholders. Whenever we are developing anything, we are building models. Majorly what is even this AI is it works with huge data sets. That's for AI. But when you come to, that's for using machine learning. So when you come to, I want to move a step further, transformers, where it generates for you, it's still data as well. So now, what type of data are we giving? Because if you check ChatGPT, the last time it was updated was 2022, especially 3.5. No, 3.5. But if you pay, you get 4.0. But people can't just
pay for it.
We had $60. So now, you're now using that one. I remember somebody came last year, we had a conference and told us to check something in Lagos. We typed Lagos. He gave us something 2022. Now it's not updated. That's a problem as well. It's to be solved. Now, so what I'm trying to say is that the kind of data, the biases in the data, if we are the ones that put these biases, we also can sit down and remove these biases. It will reduce a lot of a divide, a lot of deepening. So take for instance, when I say biases, if you want to develop any model, you have to bring all the stakeholders on board. I'll give you an example of what we did last year on building a model for those in the North, where we want to say, hey, we want to see equitable AI in the health industry. And we want to see why are those in the northern part of the country always giving off their children, the girl child, in marriage on time, and they die on time because most of them are not mature enough to handle pregnancy. They are not mature enough. You see that they don't give them health care access. So our problem we will try to solve with USAID was, how do we find out is there equitable healthcare accessibility for both boys and girls? So we took a survey in the northern parts of the country. To even get a survey is a problem, and the data was hugely biased. Why? Because even the female counterpart, because we took both male and female, they were filling this form. They are already married, and their husband will still be the one to fill it.
Yeah.
So now, why wouldn't there be biases? So this bias is a major thing. If you listen, I have a lawyer friend, we always arguing. I say there's no way you can say there will be bias. Even God loved this more than this. So what are you telling me? So but that's a joke. But what I'm saying is, if we can create biases, because we are the one creating the model, we can reduce bias, bringing all the stakeholders and putting everything on the table before solving the problem. Because we are the one feeding this AI. So they are black pages. So you're not the one making it white by putting things on it. So that I can use those things to give you. So that's why I gave you example of that ChatGPT that wasn't updated.
Yes.
So imagine you going to use that information, something new has happened. It's just like using the GPS and the road is blocked, you didn't know. So you have to turn around.
Yeah, last man will catch you.
So I believe that the amount of biases we put, we can stop it by bringing all the stakeholders involved whenever we are building anything.
Thank you so much. And finally, we want you to look into the future and tell us, what do you think the future of education will be in another 5 years with artificial intelligence in the mix?
Well, so for education specifically, a lot of things are going on in the training, that's personalized training. And, for the future, we are going to have artificial intelligence predicting. You don't necessarily need to go to school to be able to even be educated. So now if we have tools that are developed, AI developed tools, you can learn at home, it can grade you at home, it can predict for you what your next level should be.
And you know what to get.
You know what you get, you keep ascending the ladder.
So imagine if you have your own teacher.
Exactly.
So you just wait, it tells you this is your level with a student at MIT or UNILAG. This is what you should be learning at this level, and you just know what to read.
That's it. Even without AI, this is off record now. My daughter actually trained herself. She used to fail physics. No, not fail physics. She noticed that that's her weakness. But what she did was she just focused on using videos. Is also streaming videos is not anything. She used videos, focused on physics, and she got 99 over 100 in exam.
Wow.
Now,
and you're saying off record? In record.
And now she got in her WAEC 9 A1s, 19 full scholarships in the US.
Wow.
And Canada. And she had to now start choosing. It became a problem. I said, this blessing cannot be a problem.
Okay, but fully funded. So no, this is not off record. This is in record.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Dr. Chika. It was such an amazing time listening to you. And to you, our listeners, would love to hear from you. How well are we doing in helping all the education stakeholders understand the use of artificial intelligence in education? Are we doing enough to get teachers to understand the available use cases for artificial intelligence and applying it to teaching? Are we doing enough to tell students what is available and how artificial intelligence can support their learning, offering things such as personalized learning to them and helping them get better learning outcomes? What is your point of view? How does this affect you? Are we doing enough for artificial intelligence in education? Send us an SMS, send us a WhatsApp message, 0703 165 0809. Also, remember, the conversations do not end here in the studio. Join our very active WhatsApp and Telegram communities. Just search for EdTech Mondays Nigeria to join these channels and get real-world experiences and feedback from users like you speaking about their experience using technology for education. It's been another amazing time on this show this Monday. I remain your host, Chika Yinka-Banjo, and until I come your way, same time, same station next week, remember, continue to use technology to push the frontiers in education. It's bye for now.
EdTech Monday is proudly brought to you by MasterCard Foundation and CC Hub.